Yes.
Are you tired? Are you are you tired of seeing our faces yet?
I hope not.
It's another rapid fire edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show. We're just going to talk about the two games that aired tonight on this. Well, now it was Tuesday evening. It's now early Wednesday morning, but nonetheless, two games took place in the association as the team that plays in the City of Brotherly Love steals another game on the parquet floor in Boston, Massachusetts. And indeed, cue the music.
Tremendous. This is awesome.
And as you can see, Mizzle is basking in his glory. As indeed, the Philadelphia 76ers join the Miami Heat as they are both one win away from possibly seeing each other in the Western Conference Finals.
Nervous about that. I'm nervous about seeing Jimmy.
Well, I mean,
another way for him to get to us.
Well, you know, he wants to say you picked Tobias Harris over me.
Even though Tobias Harris has stepped up in these playoffs, as we said yesterday when you asked me what do the Sixers need to do to win, I said I need Tyrese Maxey to have a big game. Just 30 big buckets. Just 30 big buckets. You know, nothing. Just a walking 30 buckets. I needed Tobias Harris to at least show up. He did. Tremendous defense. He scored. I believe he had another double-double.
Yeah, 16-11 and shot 7 of 10 from the floor.
Efficient.
But it was Mr. House off the bench.
Thank you.
Shooting 5 of 7.
Thank you. Did not say the bench needs to step up as well. I said pretty much everything that I asked for, that I talked about yesterday on yesterday's show and the Rapid Fire show, is that this game was huge. You know, they came out on fire. I mean, in the beginning, the 4 of the 5 starters, because you know PJ Tucker don't shoot. He's just out there for defense. He just did get on your nerves. He ain't out there to score. He ain't looking to score. He don't want to score.
He's just there to be a pest in your side.
Yeah, he's there to be Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? So 4 out of your 5 starters were in double figures before the first quarter ended. I mean, James Harden didn't have the James Harden 45-point game, but he was efficient. He was out there dealing.
Well, he really did need to score because the MVP on one damn leg puts up 33 big ones to go along with
and he was shooting the J very well. I mean, we all know the big fella can shoot. We know the big fella can shoot. And you know where I want the big fella, because there's 3 things going to happen. He's going to score, you're going to foul him, or he's going to get a 3-point play.
The Allen special. I mean, really, it was pretty much I don't know if the Sixers led wire to wire, but it was pretty damn close. Because Boston really never had a chance to really get back in this game.
It was over after halftime,
which is shocking. And I mean, this was with Tatum having 36.
Well, him and Brown combined for 60.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's the first time they have ever lost in a regular season or playoffs when they both combined for over 60 points, 60 or above. First time ever losing.
Well, but I will say this. The defense on Al Horford was great because Al Horford shot a big fat 0. He was 0 for 7.
You know how I feel about that fucker. Good.
Well, I know. I know.
In my Dave Chappelle face from Blue Street. Fuck him.
But nonetheless, the final score was 115-103. Philly. And I know Mizzle has been nervous as heck every time Philly has played Boston in the playoffs. Because, hence why I am wearing the Kal-El from Krypton because for the longest time the Sixers have been, or the Celtics have been the Sixers Krypton, but now it goes back to Philly.
We don't want to go back to Boston. We don't want to go back to Boston. You kill them while they're down now. You are somewhat of a better team than Atlanta. You have the opportunity to put them, don't give them life. Just like the Lakers should not give the defending champions life. This is the time to where you gotta cut them. You gotta cut them real good. I mean, now this is where I need Harden to come out and get 40. This is because the focal point is going to be on Embiid. They're probably going to triple team Embiid now. And Doug, guess what the Philadelphia 76ers ran? I thought I saw a little bit of
the offense.
They ran the offense. But the defense.
Yes.
I believe they were zoning it up a little bit, and the Boston Celtics couldn't handle the zone.
Well, again, if you let Brown and Tatum get theirs, which they're going to get theirs regardless, but again,
surround everybody else. You don't let Horford get off. You don't let Smart get off. You don't let Brogdon get off. You don't let that little pesky White get off. You have to be in their grill because, like you said, you're gonna get buckets from. Even though it took Tatum to the second half to get going, because I believe he had 2 points in the first quarter or the first half, but he had 31 big buckets in the second half. You can't allow that to happen. And I do want to watch.
Here's the thing. Tatum, yes, scored 36, but it was volume shooting. Yeah. He took 27 shots to score 36 points.
He wasn't that consistent.
No, Jaylen Brown was more consistent because he shot 9 of 16 first 24 points.
He's a walking bucket anytime the ball's in his hands.
Well, you heard what I said on one of our recent shows. He's almost like a junior Jimmy Butler.
And I don't disagree with that. There's no lies detected in that one right there.
But again, it's just. But I mean, what impressed me more, even though he's playing with a bum knee, Embiid's footwork was impeccable tonight, and he was really stroking the mid range with ease.
And the jab step was
and really shooting it anywhere. He was basically shooting it anywhere he wants to because, as you said, we know what he's done. When he decides to act like a center, we know what he can do with the low post. That's a given.
Well, we already know.
We've already documented how much he is.
We know who he learned.
We've already documented.
We know who he learned the footwork from.
That's what we have well documented that on the show about how he has put in the work with the Dream. Hakeem Olajuwon, of course, who had some of the best footwork ever of any center that ever played this game in the NBA. So
are we shocked? Are we shocked by the footwork? Are we shocked? I mean, I know you said no. But what I love, he got that jab step. Like, how was he jab stepping a 7-foot center jab step? Let me take that back. He's triple threating you. Ain't no center supposed to be triple threatening, bro. You ain't supposed to be out there getting the ball at the top of the key and you over 7 foot and you hitting the triple threat. You give him the jab step and you're getting to the basket.
Well, I'll say it like this. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your last 4 MVPs in the association have all been big men. Correct me if I'm wrong. They've all been guys that play.
Jokic, Giannis, and Embiid.
Correct.
That's it. Yes.
To which, and you have been pounding this for the last couple of years. Embiid just might as well could have those 2 MVPs that Jokic has had.
Well, he should have had it last year. He should for sure had it last year. And I understand why they gave it to Jokic. I get it. I understand. But Embiid was putting up numbers like this last year. I mean, the numbers are now a lot better this year. I mean, they're a little more elevated, but he was consistent the same way as he was last year. So that's your most valuable player. Yeah, the triple-double sound nice, this, that, and the third, whatever. But they go as far, well, I can't even say they go as far as Embiid because they had a 13-5 record without Embiid.
Correct.
So, but he is the MVP. He is the Steph Curry to this team. He does is the straw that stirs the drink. We know that. They run the offense literally around him. He's everything.
And through him. And through him.
Exactly. So that's your MVP to me. Well deserved.
Okay, now you've already stressed, and I 1,000% agree with you. You have stressed the fact that you don't want to come back to Boston on the parquet floor for game 7 because, as you know, anything can happen to game 7. So, Boston's going to come out and play desperation basketball like I expect the Warriors to do tonight. But we're not talking about the Warriors. We're talking about Philadelphia and Boston.
We'll get there.
If you're Doc,
yes,
what is the word you are telling your team, not only tonight, but on the plane back to Philly and during shoot around? Because as you know, Thursday will be here quicker than you know it. And we know how raucous
we're going live.
We're
going live that game. I'm off. If you're up to it, we can go live.
Which, by the way, as we have said on the show, we do have a Instagram page. The Mizzle and Dub Show does have an Instagram page. And on nights like this, on days like this, sometimes we will go live during playoff games, to which you will see that a lot during the NFL season.
I was to say, hell, you might even get us a lot on kickoff weekend,
Yes.
But to answer your question, what Doc needs to just preach what he preached tonight. I mean, what's our saying, bro? If it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
Nothing was broken besides that they almost relinquished multiple big leads. Well, hell, I think they got it down. Well, I'll put it this way. Once the Sixers built that lead, Boston only cut it to 9. They only got it. They made it close to 9, and that was about it. Everything else, it was. Do I want to watch the Giants? The Giants game that I missed? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm multitasking. But they just continue to play how you were playing. Run that offense you were running. If whoever has that hot hand, let that hot hand go. If Max is cooking, let him cook. Harden's cooking. Just establish Embiid early. Get them in their foul trouble because you know that they're going to hack and foul Embiid. Get in there. And what I would really like to see them more do, because we know Jaylen Brown is a freight train and he likes to drive to the basket, I would like to see more charges taken on him because sometimes he does get to the rack a little out of control. So I would need PJ Tucker to, get there and take that charge here or there. But they're going to have to play outstanding defense. It's not just going to be about the offense in the game Thursday. They're going to have to play tremendous defense, get the rebounds, no second chances, Well,
I mean, like Doc said in the huddle, no threes, no offensive rebounds, one shot and out.
Yep. And I like the facilitator in Harden, but this is the game to where I'm gonna need to Harden to be the 2 games where he went out for 45 points for 40 buckets. You
need game 1 Harden of this series to show up again in game 6.
I do. I did this because this is important. Everybody should be not hell. If PJ Tucker's open the corner, I just need 2 from him. 2. Especially if they're in a clutch situation. So don't change what your game plan was in Boston. Take that game plan back to Philly and ride the Philly fans because the fans are going to damn near try to will you to this victory because my Sixers ain't been this far since 2001, 2002, when the last MVP won by the name of this man right here, who the last time a Sixer won the MVP, they made it to the finals. So if you're sitting here thinking that I'm having some kind of feeling, I am. But I'm not trying to foreshadow too far ahead. But
it was actually our senior year of high school, the year we graduated. Not the year.
That's about one of the last other times that I cried in sports. I cried for that fucking team that lost in the Super Bowl, and I cried when they lost to the Lakers. Yeah. But Do you know who needs to be in the building? Do you
Well,
know?
more so, but more the Iverson himself.
You damn right. The person that took us to the finals the last time that won MVP, he needs to be in the building. Matter of fact, he needs to be smacking the bell. You know what I'm saying? Bring
Well,
is Barry Bonds at the game? But yeah, I just want them to have that same intensity and know that number one, closing out a team ain't easy.
oh yeah, the hardest
That
game
is
to
the
always
hardest
win is the
game,
closeout
and
game. It's the hardest game to
that's
win.
in baseball. That's in
Oh
baseball.
yeah.
I think it's more easier in hockey. It's a closeout in hockey because sometimes you can just tell when your team is just you don't have it. You don't have it.
Again, in hockey, as it always is, if you got a hot goalie, you ride it until it falls off, and
100.
that's been proven, and even to counter, I mean the Carolina Hurricanes have just been running rampant through these playoffs, and again they shellacked the Devils in Game 4 of their series.
Right.
Final score was 6-1, and now they have a chance to close it out at home and go to their first conference final in a long, long time, and await the winner between the Panthers and the Maple Leafs, to which the Panthers have a chance today to bust out the brooms in Miami, Florida, and get to their first conference final in a long, long time. So you could have a really, truly down south Eastern Conference Finals between the Carolinas and the Florida Keys.
There's a lot of closeout in sports going on around here now.
Yeah, well,
I'm all for it. It's this.
well,
This is why we live for it.
well, one thing's for sure: the Kraken and the Stars will go six, as the Stars bounce back with a 6-3 win against the Kraken in Seattle. So at least one series in the NHL may go six,
Nice.
as the Golden Knights will have a chance to try to go up 3-1, trying to win Game 4 in Edmonton, even though Brissett got hurt against the
Ouch.
the Oilers in the first period. So we're going to see how much that is. He's day to day. Logan Thompson is out. So that may mean that Aiden Hill might be starting for the Golden Knights. And
no, that's
there's
not
that guy by the name of no, but you also have Jonathan Quick, who is a two-time Stanley Cup champion, also to back up if Aiden Hill is not effective, which is why the Golden Knights claimed Jonathan Quick off waivers after the Kings released him.
Smart.
Now, very, very smart. Well, it came back to the altitude in Denver, Colorado, and the Nuggets just simply imposed their will with a huge 118-102 victory over the Suns. Durant and Booker were brilliant again. Actually, DeAndre Ayton shot the ball well, but they got nothing else from nobody else. Durant had 26, Booker had 28, although Durant had to shoot the ball 24 times to get 26 points.
Oh, that's not good.
Booker was 8 of 19 shooting. Booker was the only guy, along with Terrence Ross. Ross gave him some solid minutes. Ross had 9 points, hitting 3 of 4 from 3-point range, and Booker hitting 4 of 7. So Shamet, Booker, and Ross were the only ones hitting threes for Phoenix, which everybody else took a big fat 0. Even though Durant did have 11 rebounds and 7 assists, Booker had 6 rebounds and 4 assists, and Ayton shot the ball well, 7 and 12 from the floor, 14 points, 9 rebounds. But again, the Joker, the walking triple double that he is, along with Luka Doncic. Joker was outstanding again, 29 points, 13 rebounds. He had another one. It seems like all he has done in this series is averaging a triple double, 29 points, 13 rebounds, 12 assists.
Here's the thing. Yes, I'm gonna be biased because I believe Embiid should have won the MVP multiple times. But you cannot frown up if Jokic continues just to be the talking to win this award, because that's what an MVP is. He's doing everything. Wow, another
Five
one.
Nuggets were in double figures. Another one. But the story of the game in this particular game in game 5 was Mr. Bryce Brown off the bench with 25 big ones, shooting 7 of 11 from the floor, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, to go along with Murray's 19 points, who was very efficient shooting the ball 7 of 15 from the floor
Like we
with
said he
19
would.
points,
Like we said he would. Just nothing
five,
shocking.
re- 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Gordon adds 10. Michael Porter Jr. adds 19. He shot the ball well, 7 of 11 from the floor. Jokic shot 12 of 20 from the floor, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. And again, only 2 people from the Nuggets didn't play, as they shot 49% from the floor, 48% from 3-point range, had 50 rebounds. The Suns 42. So it goes back to Phoenix again for game 6, where Denver will try to close it out on Thursday. The Suns, it's going to take a whole bunch of effort in the Purple Palace for them to force a game 7. And even if you do force a game 7, there's no guarantee that Chris Paul is going to play in game 7,
Good,
as
because they're
he's
playing
nursing
better
that
without
groin
him.
injury.
They're playing
Well,
better without him.
you've been saying that for a minute, but we know Durant's going to get his. We know Booker's going to get his. But who else is going to join the cause for Phoenix to force a game 7? Because again, Jokic is going to get his, probably get another triple double. That's all what he seems to do.
Put it past me.
You know, Jamal Murray at the drop of a dime can just go ape crazy.
Indeed.
And so can Michael Porter Jr. for that point. But also, he struggled in this game. I think KCP was the only Nugget that really struggled, because everybody else played well. Don't be surprised if KCP goes off on the road and hits a couple of big shots to try and end the Phoenix Sun season. So I'll just put it on the floor right here. Does Phoenix force a game 7 and bring it back to Denver, or do you think Denver is making their way to their first conference final since the bubble?
Man, you can't ever just go against KD though. Man, Booker been cooking.
No, you can't.
But like you said though, who else is going to step in and contribute? Because Denver's going to get multiple people around. Damn, the ball boy went down. They're going to get multiple people to contribute in this game. So it will be hard to go against Denver, but I believe Phoenix will pull it out. I think they will find a way.
So you're saying we're coming back to Denver for one more
game. I believe we're going to get to the high altitude one more game. One more game. One more, yeah. I just think.
Here's the thing. In this game tonight, Aiden, Durant, and Booker combined for 68 of the Suns' 102 points. Now, again, who's going to be the guy to step up for Phoenix to go along with Durant and Booker? Now, if Aiden can add more points, because like I said, Aiden shot the ball well. If you can make that 14, perhaps 18, 19, 20, you may have a shot. But can Cameron Payne, even though he shot 3 of 5, but he was not really scoring, can he come back?
What happened to the North Carolina Tar Heel? Johnson. Cam. What's up with Cam?
Well, Cam's not on the roster.
You said it again?
I said Cam's not on the roster.
Wow. Okay, maybe that's why we're not seeing him. Okay, that answers my question.
He's not on the roster. So
I'm puzzled by that now that I know that.
So I mean, is it a Koji? Can he step up? Can the former Nugget Torrey Craig, can he have a bounce back game? Can TJ Warren have a game?
Yeah.
Or can Damian Lee summon his old Golden State Warrior days? Or will Terrence Ross, who is capable of going off any time?
I forgot brother-in-law is on
the squad. Yes, he is. Or can Terrence Ross, who has shown signs, Can he go off and get some more minutes? It's again.
I think the Suns have a
Unless
sporadic team. Beyond their starting five, everything else is sporadic. There's like
well,
their bench is not solid. Like you know what you're gonna get from the Lakers bench. You know what you're gonna get from I can't say that now because Jordan Poole ain't shooting shit. But anyway, before the Jordan Poole shit, you knew what you were getting from the Warriors bench. Hell, you can even say the same thing with the Bucks bench. The Bucks before they got eliminated. Right now, Miami got a good bench right now. So yeah, the Suns don't have that where somebody's coming off when KD, Book go to the bench. Where's the scoring coming from?
well, and also at the same time, Durant played 42 minutes.
Exactly.
Booker played
They
41.
damn near gonna be tired. They're tired.
Aiden played 32. Payne played 31, which again, and I'll even go back to the Lakers situation. You had Anthony Davis played 43, LeBron James played 43.
Yeah.
Eventually, somewhere down the road, if this series goes longer between the Warriors and the Lakers, not to be switching in between series, but if they keep playing 40 plus minutes, eventually it's going to take a tax. It's going to take a toll on their bodies. And I know LeBron James keeps himself in tremendous shape. There's no doubt about that. But
hell, you saw that when
Kobe
was playing. You saw that when Kobe was playing those minutes.
All those years playing those 40 taxi minutes, Kobe's body and Kobe. We know Kobe stayed in the gym relentlessly and worked out relentlessly, but unfortunately, his body failed him towards the end. Same thing might happen to LeBron. Of course, as we always say, Anthony Davis is one tear away from being out of a series because he's that damn soft and sensitive.
I mean, he's been grimacing every time he falls on the floor each time or something that's happened to him. I'm pretty shocked that he ain't took a game off, especially with games being played every other day.
True. So, with that said, turning to later on today, it is possible series-ending games in both games.
Well, New York's going fishing. We can get that out the way right now if we want to discuss that. New York's going fishing. They're done. Jimmy then broke their soul. I know the Mecca gonna be loud and everything. They're gonna try to will their team, but no. Did y'all see Jimmy Butler's face in game 2 when they lost that game? Did you see that there was any worry in his mind? No, he was over there like, what it?
Okay. So
they barely beat y'all, and I wasn't on the court. So wait, what my boy Jack Nicholson say? Wait, they get a load of me.
All right. So, are you still sticking to your prediction you gave on one of our last 2 shows? Which you said Jimmy Buckets is going to get a 40 burger.
Oh, Jimmy Butler's getting 40. That's the reason. I'll say this. If the Knicks keep it close, Jimmy will get 40. But if the whole Heat is rolling and Jimmy Butler just gets in his medium Jimmy Buckets mode, he'll get maybe like 28, 30. But if New York came to play, he'll get 40 to win it.
Well, the Knicks have been a fantastic story. And I hope for Knicks fans' sake, this becomes a consistent trip to the playoffs year round. Because again,
sounds like a eulogy.
I mean, I could play the Undertaker's theme music right now, but I'll do it when they officially go fishing. So right now I'm giving the Knicks their last rites. The Knicks have had a fantastic season. Jalen Brunson has been outstanding. As I've said, Julius Randle is a walking double-double. It's unfortunate his ankle has had him limited in the series This
Yeah,
really hasn't been the same player. RJ Barrett continues to progress. He had some good games in the series. Um, I hope the Knicks can keep it together with their young nucleus,
I
and,
agree.
and I hope Obi Toppin can get continued improvement because he has shown spurts at times in the postseason
I
and
agree.
during the season. Like I said, whatever draft pick you get, hit on that. Whatever free agents you could possibly lure, because I'm pretty sure Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson will do some heavy recruiting to
You,
get people to want to come in the Garden. I mean, why would you not want to play 41 games in the world's most famous arena? I'm just putting it out there. But
well, you also know Steve A. Smith going to recruit too, so it's just
of course, he is still talking about how the spider should have been a Nick, regardless. But anyhow, um, I agree that Jimmy Buckets is going to do everything he can to possibly say we're not going back to Miami unless we're coming back to practice to start the Eastern Conference Finals. Even though they'll be the road team, because it doesn't matter who wins between Boston or Philly,
they're the lower seed,
they're the lower seed.
which I still believe they should have been in the top five. I just can't believe that they made it all the way down to the A seed. Well, hell, the play-in tournament. They did the play-in tournament too, right?
Yes, and they lost the first game. They lost the first game, had to win twice just to get in, and now here they stand, one win away from going to their third conference final in the last 4 seasons.
It's
To
happening.
which,
It's happening.
to which a lot of people find that shocking. Like, what? Yeah. Should Miami close out the Knicks today, which I think they will.
They were in the damn bubble championship.
Yes, they were. Like I said, they will be in their third conference final in the last 4 years. They were one Jimmy Butler 3-point away from playing the Warriors in the finals a season ago, to which that would have been a hell of a
That would have been
series.
fun. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the Celtics. Yeah, you know how I feel about that team. Anyway, it would have been exciting to see. And that shout out to the only Celtic fan that watched this. You saw the messenger. But anyway,
the man of 1,000 teams that he roots for in basketball. But as I said, yes, Jimmy is the straw that stirs the drink. But I've also said, if Jimmy gets going, it's because Bam is working the boards and he gets going, because him and Bam and Jimmy complement each other. And of course, if they close it early, that means more rest, because eventually Tyler Hero will return from Miami, which give you some more added shooting and another score. And like I said, Strus has been fantastic. Martin has been fantastic in the series for Miami, and Gabriel has been outstanding also for this team. But again, it's the culture that Pat Riley has installed, what Eric Spoelstra has installed. And again, this is why the Heat just do not fall off, because almost like the fundamentals, they stay true to who they are. They play their style of basketball, and it's just like it's the Spurs way or no way. It's the Heat way or no way. That's just all there is to it.
Let me get a little foreshadow here real quick, because you just brought up Bam.
Go ahead.
Just James Harden, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Embiid battling for 7 games. Oh.
If I can use the term, I don't want to say dogfight, but that is going to be war full of fury if it does end up being the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals, because you might see a lot of old school Eastern Conference basketball, because both teams can play good team defense.
The first to 80 wins. That's how I'm going, because the East play defense. That's the West is all about shooting and having fun. the East,
and scoring, yes.
and yes, the defense. But I
Because
believe
back in
the first 80. Now, I'm not counting out the Boston Celtics because I do know who they are. They were just in the finals last year, so they got on their t-shirts unfinished business.
it is
I'm just
it is
foreshadowing as a sports fan, not being a biased Sixer fan right now. This is a matchup I would love to see. And don't get me wrong, the Celtics will match up just as well as good as the Sixers would with Jimmy Butler and the Heat because
well, I mean,
they took out the number one seed, and that's all I got to say about that. They took out the number one seed like it was nothing.
took out the number one seed, let alone end up getting their head coach fired 2 years, not even 2 years removed from them winning the championship. And Milwaukee was down 2 games to none against the Suns in the 2021 NBA Finals and won 4 straight. And Bobby Portis just psychologically, mentally just took out Chris Paul in that series.
Yep.
And one of the rare times Monty Williams decided not to give his hot hand the ball, which was Devin Booker, because Devin Booker was shooting lights out in those finals, and they just stopped. And they just stopped feeding him the ball, and I'm just like, why are you not giving Booker the ball when he's got the hot hand? And then when they finally try to give the ball back to him,
too late. It's too late.
Gone. It was too late.
Too late. Yeah, I agree.
Now we pinpoint to a very huge game in San Francisco because it will be Oracle-esque like inside the big ATM known as the Chase Center. Now, I've already stressed I would go back to the same exact starting lineup as you did in Game 4 because it worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. Hopefully, Gary Payton II will throw up in his mouth.
You took the words right out of my mouth with that. I was going to say that. But not only that, the game plan that he had, and I mentioned this in the last show, getting AD out with the no matter who AD is guarding,
getting him out the
are setting that sets the pick. That is perfect. Unless they start setting, unless they go to a zone defense, then you're going to have to alter the way you work that. But if they're in man-to-man and they're switching, whoever AD's guarding, that man should be setting the role. They should be that should be the game plan. Yes, I like what you just said. Also add that. Run the same starting five, but keep that wrinkle in that got AD from being a rim protector. And see how that goes and spread it out. And let these young men get some action right now. It's do or die right now. Moody is out there playing some good basketball right now.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And if Jordan Poole, I'll put it this way: Jordan Poole gets one time off the bench with his experience. If the shit ain't looking right and he's still cloudy or whatever, can't find his shot, still out of control, stupid fucking turnovers, bro. Locker room or the end of the bench. You're not touching the floor. No more. Hell, I'd rather Kuminga be out there. DiVincenzo.
Which Kuminga has shown that he's not scared of the moment or scared of the big time.
No.
But again,
didn't he have some moments last season? He had moments in the
finals.
Yes, he did. So brother,
he had some moments. He had some moments against Sacramento in the first round. So
to it.
But again,
I'm scared though. As I said, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous.
No, again, as much as we despise this team, we have given this damn team from Los Angeles credit because they have been fantastic.
They've been playing some good basketball. And wait, hold on. Just like how we just sat here and said, we gave Miami Heat their kudos for what they did. The Lakers just played to get in. They didn't lose their first game, but they played.
They did not.
They played and they took out the Memphis Grizzlies, who's all about that.
Yes.
Okay. See, that's why I'm glad I'm glad that the Grizzlies are out because I don't they're gonna have to change their whole attitude because I don't like how they're playing the game. it's almost like it's street ball with a little disrespect, you know. So this is why I love the Lakers and the World Series, the Lakers and the Warriors series, because it's two prestige teams that go about their business. Yeah, they're gonna chirp on the court because they all know each other, and but it's a game and it's a battle, it's a war. So they're gonna do that. And we all know when LeBron plays the Warriors anyway, it's gonna be physical in the battle, 100%.
Correct. Correct. Now
So
here's my onus.
okay.
And I've said this, and I said it on the last rapid fire show. Klay Thompson,
Oh,
lives on you. It's
oh,
on you.
oh.
Because again, you opened your mouth and said,
Yeah.
I've been waiting
12
my whole
years.
career. I've been waiting my whole career for this series. Well,
It's here.
outside of game 2, when you score 30, where have you been? Where have you been? I need game 6 Klay to show up a game early, and I need game 6 Klay to be game 6 Klay on Saturday so you can come back for a winner take all game 7 inside Chase Center. But right now, it's about winning today and going back to LA, because you're going to have to win a game in LA. And LA has held serve inside crypto.com arena. They have won all of their playoff games up
They
to date
protect home. They protect home, and that's what you
in this in this series. They have held serve on their home floor against Memphis, and so far here against the Warriors. Because the Warriors, you're at the pull up all the stops, but more importantly than that, you're going to have to take care of the basketball. You cannot have 19 plus turnovers. You can't do that, because again, they were dishing. They were when they are assisting a lot on their made shots, they normally win the game. And their assist ratio on their main buckets was outstanding, but 2 costly turnovers cost them, and the fact that Lonnie Walker the fourth went off in the fourth quarter. You can't have that. Okay, AD is going to get his, LeBron's going to get his. We'll just call a spade a spade. That's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you cannot let Lonnie Walker, you cannot let Hachimura, you cannot let Austin Reeves, you cannot let D'Angelo Russell, even Vanderbilt. You can't let those guys get off and beat you.
Yeah.
And if they do it, hell. If they do it, hell, you tip your cap as much as you don't want to. You still give them the middle finger and tell them, F you, go away. But you tip your cap, because so far in this series, they have been the better team, hence why they are up 3-1. As much as I hate to say that and really want to go throw up right now, because I'm just saying that. However,
I did it
again,
for you. I did it for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
No doubt.
But however, as it always is,
we're credited. We're
toughest
credited.
game. But again, the toughest game to win is the closing game. But everybody's making notice of how LeBron doesn't blow a 3-run lead. They keep saying that. They keep saying that. They keep saying that. Eventually, if you keep saying that, eventually what's going to happen is he might blow a 3-run lead again.
Hell, Charles Barkley opened up his mouth and said the series is over, and his record.
Yes, he did.
He guaranteed it. And his guarantees, if you look it up, I don't think he ain't maybe 2, if that. And I'm not.
It's a very low winning percentage.
I'm not going
off Charles Barkley prediction.
My question to you is: Can our gold-blooded Golden State Warriors pull it off? Can they do it? Can they pull off 3 wins?
They're very capable of doing it. Yes, they have that championship. They have that championship pedigree. The Lakers not so much. It's just
Lakers,
AD,
man.
It's AD and LeBron. Again, I get it.
It ain't gonna be easy. This ain't the
no, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Westbrook and James Harden, OKC.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a very good Lakers team that plays very good defense, and they control the paint, even though their half-court offense sucks and their transition defense sucks. But here's the thing: the Warriors need to just move the ball, and as I say, they just need to run the offense. But also, stop living and dying by the 3-point shot.
That won't.
Okay.
No. They're going to continue to do that. That's
I which they shouldn't. Okay.
if I'm the coach,
Whenever they have let their
like, stop it, Curry, you're 3 for
here,
11. You ain't hitting.
but here here would be my strategy. Attack the rim. Go at Anthony Davis. Go at him. Make him try to extend his limbs and make him pull a hamstring. Okay. make the referees give you calls. They've been giving the Lakers all series long. Make the free throw discrepancy in your advantage. Attack. Like they should like Draymond Green should have been attacking every guy that has a rebound. Okay. Let your 2-pointers set you up to get you open looks from behind the arc. And then if you're open, then by all means, yes, you take that shot.
Works. Work the inside to the outside. And then once they go outside, go right back to the inside.
because again, when Curry was able to hit his 3-point shots that he hit, it was because he had success going into the lane and driving to the lane. But again, what do I know? I'm just here co-hosting a sports show with my best friend / brother from another for the last 27 years. But I know nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing. However,
we've been watching sports since our people can focus and understand. So,
but to answer your question, yes, I do think they win Game 5 to get it back to Game 6, Los Angeles, and then we'll talk about Game 6 when Game 6 approaches itself.
We need to bring the We Believe shirts out. I think the We Believe shirt should have been put out on the as I said on my Facebook post after the game. I said, us Warrior fans, we still believe. There's no doubt that we seen it. We know what this team is capable of and what they can do. But it's Davis. It's David versus Goliath right now. And that's where we're at. And
at the moment, yes.
I just hope that we do got the big rock that we can throw up there and knock them.
Find that.
Sorry, I just used scripture. I went there with the
use that one magic stone that David held in his sling and hit Goliath, or as Kevin Hart would say, right between the eyes.
Yes, we went biblical. We did.
And then our coach said, "Down goes Frazier." But we both agree that the Warriors will finally win Game 5, and we're calling it now. We will.
I do believe we do win Game 5, and I believe that they're going to have to get their shit together, as I would say, in LA, because they did it with the Kings. They did win that one road game that they needed to win to change.
They won 2 road games in Sacramento.
Excuse me,
which includes Game 7. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so they've proven that they can win 2 games in a row in this playoffs, despite the fact they have had a shitty emphasis on a shitty road record.
They could have had a better damn seeding. They could have had a better damn seeding if they could win fucking road games.
That is also very factual. So he has the Suns forcing a Game 7. Of course, he wants the series to end in 6 in Philadelphia, to where Elton John plays all night long.
Even though I believe that the Boston will probably come out there, and they're coming out not just with 1 6 shooter, they're coming out with that double banger, So just for that as well. So yeah, but I'm picking my Sixers to close out. It will.
I'll just say this. The 76ers may need to pull a Dr. J. Julius Erving. They might need to bring the soul to the hole.
We'll see. Start down low and work it back out. That's how I feel.
Bring the soul to the hole.
Mm-hmm.
He believes Phoenix will force a Game 7. I'm gonna say Denver. I'm gonna say Denver ends it in 6 because again,
Oh, we are at odds. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I think Denver closes it out in 6 because I mean even the
I
games.
do. I think Jokic will get another triple double. I think he will get
Oh,
another.
well, yes,
It will be an easy triple
it's
double. It won't even like he had to work for it.
it's just the games that Phoenix won. Denver still had a chance to steal the game. That's why I just think
Damn it,
Denver will
brother.
close it out.
That's why I say I don't. Damn, I can't disagree with you. Even though I'm picking the Suns, but I can't disagree with what you said right there because that's actual facts.
And we both agree that the Knicks will be going fishing in the Hudson River
Oh yeah, it's
off
time. It's time.
off off the Brooklyn Bridge, and maybe they might join Crocodile Dundee in throwing a bomb in the water to get some fish for breakfast.
Cheating.
Well, well, that's what Mick Dundee does, and of course, we both agree that the Warriors will force the Game 6 to back to Los Angeles, and then we'll just see what happens from there. But we have been giving you show after show after show. We've been giving you Rapid Fires edition.
Before you close, let me say one thing
Yes.
before you close. I would like to send condolences to the Cavaliers owner. He lost his son,
Yes.
26 years old.
Yes.
If anybody knows what is it? Is it Gilchrist? I'm trying to think of the name.
No. Dan Gilbert,
Gilbert.
the owner of the
Thank you.
Cavaliers.
His the owner of and if you saw the story, the young man who called the draft picks for him since he was a youngin. We
Yes.
watched this young man grow from a kid to a grown man, past at 26 years old. Just you're not supposed to bury your kids.
No.
That's one thing that I do know. And yeah, just wanted to send out a condolences to the Gilberts and many prayers because that young man grew up right in front of our eyes. If you've been a sports fan and watch sports, because they do pieces on him, they did pieces on him pretty much every year when it came around draft time with the Cavaliers, and anything that the Cavaliers were doing where they were doing pretty good, the Gilberts were right on TV. So yeah, I just wanted to say that before you close that out. Then just
Yes.
my heart goes out to him because
Nick Gilbert, the eldest of the 5 kids that Dan Gilbert has with his wife, who had suffered from a lung disease. I'm not even going to try to
yeah,
pronounce what
it
the
was
disease
something that
is.
I don't even know what it is, but it was something that took his life, and that's but wasn't supposed to make it to the age that he was at. So a blessing to God to give him a life before the disease took him. So many prayers to the Gilberts, man.
Correct. It is it's quite sad because like I said, Cavaliers won the lottery a couple of times, and you saw his son with the lottery ball and the lottery
with the
number
golden
one pick.
smile, with the golden smile at that too, and you wouldn't think by his face and everything, you knew by the way
his demeanor.
By the way he talked, you wouldn't think he had a disease, but the demeanor was like, oh yeah, you could tell something was off, but he carried himself very well, very well. So to live with that disease to the time that it took him, just tremendous. So yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro, but I did want to just say that.
No. The one thing I will say, at least he was there and alive, even though it came at the expense of our beloved Warriors. He saw his dad's team get that championship in 2016. So, again, as Dan said, he has been the good luck charm a few times.
Don't be
for the
surprised
Cavaliers.
In a couple of years if the Cavaliers are right back. So yeah. That when I read that on Sports Center that morning, that it kind of got me. Just because I know the story and the history behind with all that. So yeah, I just wanted to just give that acknowledgement. Nobody may not watch it and understand and see that, but I still wanted to put it out there, maybe just in case this episode does get to somebody that is a Cavaliers fan, and you know. So
I know.
as you were, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm
Well,
sorry.
I don't disagree. Well, like I said, that was a very great a very great spot to do that. Um,
Thank you.
because again, like I said, um, the child is supposed to bury the parent. The parent is not supposed to bury the child. Um, it
That's all
is,
I
you
know.
know, it, it's always a tragedy to see that, um, which it sucks.
Yes.
Because I mean, 26 is just too damn young to die. But as my pastor has always often said, God has every right to come take back what belongs to him, and that is us being
Matter
his
of fact,
children.
he said that when I was out there and came to church with you that the last time I was out there.
You
Well,
did.
not the last time, but you know what I mean. The last time I spent some
Yes,
time out there
yes,
with you
yes, yes,
was at
yes,
SummerSlam. We went to SummerSlam,
yes.
and yeah, he said that. So yeah, I understood that because I have a few questions. Like I said, I don't question, but I have questions.
Well, again, we can always ask God why, and He always will give us an answer. But I mean, when God has a need for His children, God has a need for His children, and
As your
whether
pastor,
we're
as your pastor put it out there, I understand now.
yeah, you know, as the old folks used to say, we all got to get on that morning train eventually. But
Oh baby,
because I mean,
excuse us for sliding over to that. That was my fault. That was my fault for us sliding
no, no,
over.
no, no. It never is a bad thing to talk about the good Lord. Let's just put that out there right now because they're I tend to see some grandparents again when I when it's my time to get up there, and
Oh,
like I said, like I said, there is a domino table up there for me and Mr. Hopkins to play once again.
I'm not ready to
And
play that man. I came in there with all the confidence in the world because I know how to play dominoes. I'm like, I hear what you saying about, bruh, Pops can play dominoes. I'm like, bro, I can play dominoes. And you're like, no, Pops can play dominoes. Whatever. Yeah, Pops can play dominoes.
Going over to people's house.
yeah. Here's the thing, and I always tell this story because this is the way it does. When he starts going like this, and his dominoes are just stacked up, and he's like this, and he looks like that.
He already counted the board.
That means he's about to score.
He already counted, and that he already counted the board. He knows what.
And then he'll just be like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Damn it, old man."
That's
like
where did I learn that from? When I tell you to pick up the pen, I learned that from Pops. I learned that from Pops. When I look at you,
you'd be like, "Come on,
I learned that from
Pops." Yep. I'm like, "You sure?"
Positive. We learned that from the old man. God, I miss that man.
But yes, but yeah, prayers and condolences to the
to the
Gilbert family.
For sure.
And
for sure. All right, man.
Hopefully they will give him a nice homegoing service. But again, so just to recap, he likes the Suns to force a game 7. I say Nuggets in 6. Of course, he's taking the Sixers to end it. I say Philly would want to end it because they don't want to come back to Boston for a game 7.
Whoa.
And we do believe.
Are you going against my Sixers?
No, here's the thing. If they don't do it now, win.
I agree.
If they don't do it now, if they don't do it now, win.
They're not moving on. I agree to that.
You,
This is the opportunity. You stole. Home court is now
you've
on.
stolen
On
two games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you have stolen two games on the
Yeah.
parquet floor.
You are supposed
It
to
would
win
be
at home. Yeah.
it would be her it would be asking them too much to try to win three on the parquet floor. And that's not saying that they can't do it.
No, but
That's
you
not what I'm
want to
saying.
win. You want to win now. This is it.
Yeah.
Cut them.
If you took one, that was if you took one, that was
That's
great.
all
Okay.
you asked, though.
If,
That's all you
yeah,
asked.
yeah.
But you
took
stole
two. So now you're playing with so now you got the house money in your favor.
Oh, I was about to say that. See, that's why I love doing this show with you, bro, because this is our vibe is just too much right now.
Too
much right now.
You have the house money.
Exactly.
Now this is where you need to cash out now.
I said I need Harden to be Harden right now. I don't give a damn if you taking 30 shots. Embiid should just be down there just battling, getting the rebounds, and we should be feet. We're going live Thursday, and that's all I gotta say.
I'll say this. I know you're saying it's Harden, but I'm going to say this. I think it is I think it's number 0 that carries the team to victory in Game 6.
Oh, now,
that's my bold prediction.
Hold on. I wouldn't be shocked if it is Tyrese Maxey that takes us home. But what I want is, if we're not going to win this game, I will want to go down with Harding being game 1 Harding. He did well, but it was a few shots to where he got to the basket and he threw the ball back out. I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that for the closeout game. I need the Harden to go there and do the hold on now. The Harden. I need the Harden head thing. I need all the buckets, all of them. So yes.
I don't agree with that. I agree with that. So we have Philly, we have Miami, we have the Warriors. He has the Suns. I have the Nuggets. And yes, Thursday we will be going live during Game 5 between the Knicks and the Heat.
Hold on, we might have a special guest sitting right here in this house with me as we go live watching that game.
Oh boy. Well, hold on. I got the wrong games mixed up for Thursday. Thursday is game 6 of Sixers, Celtics, and Game 6 Nuggets and Suns. Got the games wrong.
Whoa! The Knicks are not closing out on Thursday. Is that tomorrow?
No.
Oh no, the Knicks are going for this is the closeout today. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Closeout is today for the yeah. Because there's 2 closeouts. The Lakers and the Heat are trying to close out today. Okay.
Yes.
They said it earlier.
Yes, because Thursday it'll be Philly, Boston, Denver, Phoenix. Those are your ESPN games. Tonight's games are on TNT.
I get
Knicks
to watch.
and Heat start off at 4:30.
So I'll be trying
Lakers,
to hopefully find empty rooms tomorrow to put TNT on all the TVs until they put an admin in there. I'll be like, damn it, I can't go in there on my break.
Well, as for me, you can catch me. Actually, I'm going to be in the studio tomorrow filming the latest episode of the Other Side of the Ball podcast that I do for the A7FL. And you can catch that wherever podcasts are sold.
Mr. Superstar?
Yeah, I'm. So we're gonna be in the studio doing the Other Side of the Ball podcast. Again, you can catch that wherever podcasts are sold, which is our A7FL podcast. It'll be myself, Casey Cox, Scott the Viking McCorkle. It is on Apple. Yes, it is.
Send me
It
the
is
link.
called
I
The
need I
Other
need
Side of the
something.
Ball.
I need something to listen to while I'm at work. Send me the link.
I will send you the link. You can actually catch the past two episodes that I've been on. Even
That's
though
the
part of it
important
I
one.
sound like a
That,
damn robot.
wait. Those are the only important episodes. I don't listen to nobody else. I'm not doing it because just keep it 100. If you wasn't on it, I wouldn't
But
care
yeah,
about you sending me the link.
but it, but it but it is called The Other Side of the Ball. Um,
Okay. Hmm.
yeah, hold on. Is this the first episode? Yeah, yes. Okay, that's my first one. All right, so here we go. So yeah, I will send you the links to that, and also there's that, and yeah. So being in the studio, that's going to be interesting. My first time in a actual studio doing a podcast, which
What time?
is going to
What
be
time are
very,
you
very
going to be there?
interesting. The podcast starts at 6. We normally do a 90-minute show.
Okay.
So it'll be myself, Casey Cox, Skylar Viking McCorkle, and Chris Vera. Chris Vera is the commissioner of the Nevada division. Derek Duncan, who is the president of the Nevada division, he'll be producing along with well, he's going to be doing more admin stuff now. He won't producing. It'll be Chris, or it'll be I'm sorry, Nick Blaze doing the producing, and of
I
course
like that
Casey
name,
Cox, who does play by play.
Nick.
Nick Blaze. it'll be it'll be Casey Cox, who is hosting the show, who does lead play by play, and then of course myself and the Viking, who do color on the show. We might have some guests. I don't know if they're going to be in the studio with us or they're going to call in,
Can't wait.
and
I
just
can't wait.
basically talk about things going on.
I'm literally excited for this.
Talk
Hey,
about things. Talking about things.
happy for you, bro. You are doing what you set yourself out to do right now. It doesn't get any better than what's going on for you, man.
Well, like I said, people keep asking me, "What are you going to do if it doesn't happen?" I said, "Well, I don't see it not happening because
But
I'm
it's
not,
happening.
you know,
You but
I'm not,
you're
I
on
haven't."
Fox in Vegas, right?
Correct.
When you do this games, you're on a local television station doing it. You're doing
Correct. Well, the final broadcast, the 7 p.m. broadcast, yes, it is on local Fox 5.2 and Cox Channel 125, and then the 3 games you can catch on a7fl.tv or the YouTube page. Sometimes we do have technical difficulties trying to stream, but um, like I keep saying, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to do it. I enjoy it. Like I said, um, it's been my goal as long as you have known me. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity. But again, it is called the A7FL Other Side of the Ball podcast. So stay tuned for it. But as
I'll be
always, we
tuning
thank you for
in.
your support.
It's entertaining.
So again,
Except when they're blowouts.
so yeah, the last couple of weeks it has been blowouts. But again, just to catch our Instagram page, it is Mizzle underscore and underscore dub underscore show. So that's 3 underscores, Mizzle and dub show. So the first underscore is in between Mizzle and, the second underscore is in between and dub, and the final underscore is between dub show. So
Please tune in
Mizzle underscore
Thursday.
and
There will be a lot of
yes,
passion.
Thursday. You'll
There will be passion shown on this live IG show of the Mizzle and Dub show because I will be literally. This is the for a Sixer fan. This is all I got, and it's embarrassing. I know, but I support. I got all Iverson shoes. But
to which speaking of that,
uh oh, uh oh. What pair did you just get?
I'm about to show you the ones you've been wanting for a minute. And I got these. These were on sale at Foot Locker for $99.99.
I had the red tips, and you know the story about my red tips because
Yes,
they were
yes, yes,
the
yes.
real deal. I got those. Yeah, left them on the bus because I had to take the stuff off. I was getting my daughter off the bus and forgot my shoes. Are you smelling? What the?
Picking up my niece.
Yep.
Picking up with the 6 on the back. I still want those, but I was like, I'm looking at shoes. I'm like, these are on sale. Are you fucking with me right now? I'm like, these are still on sale, right?
So you got
They're like,
both
yeah, okay.
because I know they were
Thank you for
releasing those. They were doing blue and red. You got both blue.
no. I just bought one pair, which were these.
Okay, so you got the blue.
The other ones that they have were on sale was yeah, just the blue ones. So I got these, the black and gold ones, the low topped
You
white
should get
and
the black and
gray,
gold.
the white and gray ones. Well, the black ones with the gold fading on this part, yes, I have those. Yes, which I only bust those out on the most special of occasions because I I've always been a big fan of the Iverson shoe, which kind of like I kind of like how Iverson went against the grain and didn't go to Nike like everybody else. It's kind of like how I feel about Wardell going to Under Armour and
You
he's
know
made
the
a shit
story.
ton
You
of
know
money.
the story with Wardell and Nike, right?
Oh yeah, Nike disrespected him with an offer, and Dale was like, "Don't do it." And then Under Armour said, "You we." Basically, Under Armour gave Wardell the keys to the kingdom, and like I said, Wardell has his own golf brand. He has his own golf shirts.
Not even the golf that he has stock in.
Yes. Oh yeah. He has a lifetime deal with Under Armour.
How I wonder how Nike feels right now. I mean, I know they
Oh,
got Jordan, I know they got LeBron, they got KD, but you could ask Steph Curry.
you got Curry.
And I'm gonna say this sidebar: I'm about to go be buying me a pair of Steph Curry shoes here pretty soon.
Oh, your feet will say your feet will say thank you.
I got to get a pair of work shoes first, but I got my eyeballs on a pair of J's and Steph Curry's. So I'm gonna give Steph Curry first because I'm gonna start building up my shoe collection here with the shoes I want. But take us home, brother.
All right, well, we always thank you for watching this edition, another rapid fire edition. Well, not so much rapid fire because once we get talking sports, we could damn near go all night. But we do have actual jobs that pay
Sun's not
the
up yet.
bills,
The sun's not
and
up yet.
we do need to go. And we do need to go take naps. So eventually, when that network calls us and we can do this and really, 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 really get paid like Uncle Tony and Uncle Mike. Of course, as we know, the motivation for the show is because of part of the interruption.
Indeed.
But anyhow,
Salute to them.
anyhow, salute to them. But anyhow, we say thank you. Well, first off, before we go, let me just touch off real quick. Mr. Casey Smith, have yourself a major league debut, young man. In the orange, well, they were in the orange and whites tonight because they continue to play well in those City Connect jerseys. And Mizzle is still not protesting, but pending for them to let that be the permanent home jersey. But Casey Schmidt, one of the top Giants prospects, made his major league debut and
And
goes two
does
for
what
four
any new giant newbie does.
in his first game. He hits one high, hits one deep, and hits it out of here. And he went to the big boy part of the yard, which is not an easy place to hit him out, but he did on a fantastic at bat. He had a solid debut, went 2 for 4, had a base hit. His dad did not drop the baby, which is a good thing.
I was listening to the
'Cause I know
broadcast and I heard that too.
yeah, Kai was like, "Hold the kid,
Hold
but
the baby.
hold the baby." But a tremendous debut for Casey Schmidt, wearing the old Robbie Thompson number 6 on the Giants. So that's a very high
Where?
prestigious. That's a very high prestigious number in San Francisco lore with that number. But I just wanted to give Casey Schmidt a shout out. And Logan Webb was outstanding again tonight. And he's starting to pitch like the ace we knew he would be.
That's why I got paid.
Definitely.
That's why I got paid.
Yeah, that's why he got that 5-year extension, because he
Definitely got paid.
like I said, his record did not dictate how he was pitching this year, because for the most part he really has pitched outstanding this year. He just was not getting no run support. But now he's won his last 3 decisions. He's now 3-5 on the year, but he is starting to look like the Logan Webb we know and expect him to be.
Agreed.
So with that, thank you to our subscribers on our YouTube page. Thank you to our followers on the IG page. Again, stay tuned for Thursday when I get off work and get refreshing up, as we will dissect the Sixers Celtics game 6 and the Nuggets Suns game 6. And perhaps, hopefully, if the Warriors win game 5, talk a little mess to Laker fans, because that just makes us feel better. But anyhow, you have watched another rapid fire edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show. He's Mizzle, I'm Dub. And as always, even at 1:54 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, it is still 5 o'clock some damn where. Thank you, and good night, Canada.
Deuces.